Hello, hello! My name is Kallista and welcome back to Mass Effect 2 Legendary Edition. In the last episode, we were in the Krogan demilitarized zone, just finishing up this system before we make a start on Samara's personal quest. Now, what else do we have here? Hello. Door. Door is a conventional methane ammonia ice giant. It is the main fueling port in the Dranek cluster gateway system. Pildia Station, the headquarters for patrol ships of the Council Demilitarization Enforcement Mission, CDEM, lies at the trailing Lagrange point of Door. The CDEM logs all ships passing through the Krogan demilitarized zone, and has the right to board and search them for contraband at any time and for any reason. There are no exceptions. At points over the last 2 centuries, diplomatic incidents have been caused when the patrol frigates boarded an Asari hospital ship, a Batarian diplomatic courier, and privately owned human tramp freighters. These measures are provided for under the terms of the Krogan armistice. While the Krogan were allowed to retain their government and personal weapons, any attempt to provide starship-mounted weapons to the clans on Tuchanka is punishable by law. Nearly a millennia after the war ended, the official penalty for smuggling prescribed weapons is still death by spacing. Flippin' heck! Population 7,300. CDEM garrison 1,100, not including patrol ship crews. Orbital distance 0.36 AU. Orbital period 0.4 Earth years. Radius 25,588 kilometers. Day length 18.4 Earth hours. I know that the Krogans fucked up. I know that the Krogans did a bad. The Krogans are not innocent victims in all of this. However, this all seems a bit much. This all seems a bit much, and I have to wonder...
Probe launched.
Did the Solarians see any kind of punishment after the Krogan rebellions? Bearing in mind, the Solarians placed the Krogan in... Without the Solarians' interference, the Krogan would never have had the opportunity to do what they did.
Probe launched.
But for Solarian interference, there never would have been any Krogan rebellions. Admittedly, the Rachni may have wiped everyone out, but still. The Krogans would have never been able to do what they did if the Solarians hadn't placed them in that situation. So I have to wonder, we're still punishing the Krogan. Have the Solarians seen any kind of punishment for what they did? Have they faced any kind of consequences for their actions? I doubt it. I doubt it. We know that the Council is incompetent. The Council is incompetent, and they look after their own. They look after their own. I doubt the Solarians saw any repercussions for their actions. Keelim. Keelim is a tectonically inert rock with an atmosphere of krypton, xenon, and argon. There are a few valuable iodes of light metal scattered across its surface, but these are difficult to find. Most were mined out in the years leading up to the Krogan rebellions. Orbital distance 0.2 AU. Orbital period 0.2 Earth years. Radius 5,580 kilometers. Day length 28.3 Earth hours. Atmospheric pressure 0.5 Earth atmospheres. Surface temperature 42 Celsius. Surface gravity 0.52 G. And you're moderate, okay.
Probe away.
So probably nothing major here, however I have to check. I've said it before and I will say it again. The KallistaPlays promise is, and always has been, no loot shall be left behind, therefore I have to check. Ooh, hello, that is very nice.
Launching probe.
Don't mind if I do. Ooh, I'll leave that. It's not big enough. Oh, hello. That is nice, though.
Launching probe.
I will take you. Okay, and that's... Okay, that's everything. Good stuff. Now, where is it? Wait, is it you? Okay, I was gonna say, is there gonna be something hiding in the light of the sun? No, we have this thing blending into the background, like these stars over here. Excuse you. Oh, but that is a pretty shade of blue. That is a pretty looking planet. Sazgoth. Sazgoth is a small ice dwarf with an eccentric orbit. During perigee, portions of its icy surface sublimate into a thin atmosphere of nitrogen and carbon dioxide, which quickly freeze again as it recedes into the outer reaches of the Dranek system. Orbital distance 0.58 AU. Orbital period 0.8 Earth years. Radius 3,349 kilometers. Day length 27.1 Earth hours. Atmospheric pressure 0.19 Earth atmospheres. Surface temperature -99 Celsius. Surface gravity 0.18 G. Lovely, and you are rich! Any bigger spikes? Any bigger spikes? I want a good starting point. Oh hell, there we go.
Probe launched.
I'll take that. Thank you kindly. Okay, and this'll be the end of
Probe away.
Dranek. That means we just have Nith. And then we are good to head to Omega. Oh, I'm looking forward to Samara's personal quest. Again, it seems juicy. It seems juicy.
Probe launched.
I'm anticipating drama. I live for drama. In video games. In real life, much less so. I'm tired. I can't be dealing with that bullshit in my day-to-day life. But in a video game, yes. On TV, oh my god, yes. Don't want to actually deal with it myself, though. If I remember correctly, Samara is hunting an Ardat-Yakshi who goes by the name Morinth. She is her daughter. Morinth is Samara's daughter. And an Ardat-Yakshi is basically, it's how to put this? It's someone who fucks people to death. That's the best way I can word it. She doesn't bond like other Asari do. She basically destroys people's brains, and she essentially fucks people to death. We need to stop this. We cannot have this. Oh, flipping it. Hell, you are big. Let's fly into it. Whee! I feel in a very silly mood today. Okay. Tula. Tula's methane ammonia atmosphere traps the blistering heat of Nith, driving dayside temperatures up over 1,000 degrees. While some iodes of useful metals are present, the planet's incredible heat makes mining impractical. Orbital distance 108.7 AU. Orbital period 293.9 Earth years. Radius 5,204 kilometers. Day length 59.7 Earth hours. Atmospheric pressure 0.54 Earth atmospheres. Surface temperature 1036 Celsius. Surface gravity 0.55 G. And oh, you're poor. Boo. Boo. I only want rich planets. Let me see. That's not particularly great, but I need a starting point.
Launching probe.
Oh, hello. Hello.
Launching probe.
I was about to say there probably won't be any major spikes, but then the planet immediately says, no, let me prove you wrong. Hello. You can also come with me.
Probe launched.
You can stay behind. Go on. Why not?
Probe launched.
We've got plenty of probes. And... yeah, okay. I'm good with that. We'll leave Tula be. Okay, only 3 planets in this system. Good stuff. Mantum. The Class B blue giant Nith was once the most let's try that again. From the beginning. The Class B blue giant Nith was once the most strategically valuable system within Krogan territory. Though far too hot for habitable planets, Nith emits thousands of times the energy of a main sequence star like Earth's Sol. With help from Solarian uplift teams, the Krogan constructed a chain of solar power collector stations in orbit around Nith. These vast arrays beamed power to particle accelerators on the surface of Mantum, which manufactured anti-proton fuel for warship thrusters. In the Krogan rebellions, the Spectre agents managed to get a virus into the computers of the solar power arrays. Every fifth array suddenly applied braking thrusters. The arrays behind them piled up and were all reduced to wreckage. This has since dispersed into a relatively stable ring system. The Krogan never had the resources to rebuild the solar arrays, depriving them of their fleet's main fuel supply for the remainder of the war. The particle accelerators still exist on Mantum, but have not been used in thousands of years. Orbital distance, 57.2 AU. Orbital period, 112.1 Earth years. Radius, 2,150 kilometers. Orbital period, 112.1 Earth years. Atmospheric pressure... Wait a minute. It's done orbital period twice. Oh well. Atmospheric pressure, trace. Surface temperature, 641 Celsius. Surface gravity, 0.28 G. It always surprises me.
Probe away.
When the game gives a number for how long it's been since the Krogan rebellions. Because again, it all feels so present day, like this is going on, it only just happened, because the Krogans are being treated so harshly. And as I said, I will always say this, the Krogan weren't innocent victims in all of this. The Krogans fucked up. The Krogans did something very, very awful. But again, it's been thousands of years. Admittedly, for an Asari, that's only a couple of generations, but for the rest of the galaxy, that's...
Launching probe.
That's a bloody long time. That's ages.
Probe launched.
As a player, I always forget. I always think, oh yeah, the Krogan rebellions, that was like last week, last month, last year, something like that. The restrictions are still so harsh. And then when the game says, no, actually it was a couple of thousand years ago, I'm like, Jesus. What, again, the fact that the Krogans are still being punished and the Solarians probably didn't face jack shit. They probably got a slap on the wrist, like, A, next time choose a better race to uplift, don't do that again. But they probably didn't suffer anything, and not to the extent that the Krogans are suffering. And this planet is now poor, and I regret nothing. You can stay. Okay, there we go. Lovely jubbly. And where's the last one? Aha. Come to me. Ooh, again, beautiful shades of blue. Vard. Vard is a methane ammonia ice giant. Until the Krogan rebellions, it had a sizable helium-3 fuel refining infrastructure. Once the solar arrays orbiting Nith were destroyed, the constant flow of anti-proton tankers visiting the system disappeared. There was little point to maintaining the facilities, so they were shut down and abandoned. Today, the ancient stations are squatted by transients, criminals, and outcasts. Although few are safe for habitation, neither the Krogan nor the Council Demilitarization Enforcement Mission, CDEM, patrols care if they take their chances. Population 2,072. Orbital distance 195.6 AU. Orbital period 709.6 Earth years. Radius 36,670 kilometers. Day length 18.0 Earth hours. Okay, just a moderate. Go on, I'll take you.
Probe launched.
I'm really looking forward to Samara's mission. you know, tracking down her daughter, you know, confronting her. I'm hoping for something juicy. Something to sink my teeth into.
Probe away.
Okay, already at port, alright. Any big spikes? Anything major? I'm about to go. Speak now or forever hold your peace. Okay, they're holding their peace. Got it. And that is you done and dusted. As is Dranek and Aralak. So let's head to Omega. You know what, let me just fuel up first. That's always wise, making sure you've got a full fuel tank. And a few more probes. There we go. Alrighty then, lovely jubbly. To, where is Omega? Okie doke. Okie doke. Now, who do we want to take with us for this? Ooh. I'm drawn to Thane. Considering his personal quest also revolves around his son, it could be, you know, like, oh, she's dealing with her daughter, he's dealing with his son. That could be fun. Go on. Why not? Lovely.
The daily death count on Omega is too high for me to pinpoint an Ardat-Yakshi's location. However, given the reputation of Ardat-Yakshi among the Asari, Aria may have tracked her movements.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, now... Oh, I just had a thought. I could also check the shops while I'm here. That is also something I could do. Hello. Yeah, you were the guy who thanked us for dealing with the Vorch. I've already spoken to you. Just checking, is there anything, any like speak spots? Doesn't look like it. Okay. We could also go talk to Ish down there. However, there's also a package on the Citadel that I haven't collected yet, so I'm gonna hold off on that.
Come on, let me in.
You're still waiting.
Ari's expecting me.
She's not. Stop lying.
If she were expecting you.
Okay, well, here's the plan. We'll speak to Aria, go shopping, and then we'll deal with the lady fucking people to death. That sounds like a good plan to me. You're in a nightclub! Madam, you seem confused. Yeah, we can't go back down there. You're right, Grizz. Then... Hello, my dear.
What do you need?
Yeah, do you know anything about Samara's daughter?
An Asari fugitive is hiding out here. She's an Ardat-Yakshi. We need to find her. I knew it. Nothing leaves a body quite so empty as an Ardat-Yakshi does.
You haven't taken steps to kill her?
Why would I? She hasn't tried to seduce me. Her last victim was a young girl. Pretty thing. Lived in the tenements near here. That's where I'd start looking.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we will.
Thanks for the help. Good luck finding her. Better luck catching her.
Oh, that makes me nervous. That makes me very, very nervous. The fact that Aria is like, yeah, I'll leave her alone. She's not tried to bother me, so I'll just leave her alone. I'm like, oh lord, how...
has completed its 20-colony victory cruise. Council members aboard thanked Human Alliance soldiers for their efforts in repelling Saren's invasion 2 years ago.
Yeah, we did something.
The Shepherd Memorial on Akuz is expected to open next year, once the area...
I was gonna say, we did something, and you left me to rot within a terrorist organization, in which I'm being held against my will. God damn.
I got a mate and a ship. I only brought one of them with me to Omega.
That's very nice. That's very nice, sir. I'm just looking to see if there are any talk spots down here. You're right. You look like you could be a quest giver. Okay, nothing down here. Okay. Okay, and this should bring us out close to the shops, I believe. You're right. Yeah, they aren't right. They are not all right down here. God, I feel sorry for the vulture too. They get treated like vermin.
8 vessels have been sent, but it is not clear whether there are survivors. The council offered its sympathy, but
No, then don't mind me.
in a purely human matter.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, I would like that. I would like that. Thank you.
Valuable.
We have the money. Oh, we have the money, but I think this is the like the big gun. I like the collector weapon we've got, but you know what? I'll grab this. It's only 5,000. It's pretty cheap. So I'll take that. And this... This leads up to here. Okay. Okay, back down.
What these girls get up to and how low they'll go.
Okay, that's nice. Girls are going low. Excellent. Good for them.
Explorer ships have reported seeing vessels of an unknown make, but whose silhouette strongly resembles ancient Rachni ship profiles.
Oh.
A few ships sighted have been
The Rachni are back.
vessels that rapidly retreated. The council has
Hello.
pledged a
Hello.
investigation.
The last time I was on Omega, I couldn't find work. You wouldn't think an assassin could go hungry in a place like this. Seems locals handle that kind of thing themselves, and those who can't aren't the kind of people you'd want to work with.
Yeah. Yeah, Omega's a little rough. It's a little rough. Yeah, this was the VIP area. We couldn't get into there. Yeah, was there anything I left behind here? Anything good? Oh, we don't need the magazine. We don't need that. I can never remember which slots I have open. I know I don't have upgrades on some of my slots. I'll write it down. At some point, before I go after the Reaper IFF, I'll write that down and I'll look at all of the shops. Ooh. This also seems like one of the big guns. And again, I'm happy with what I have there, so yeah, we'll leave that. Now then, there were some
End is not.
That's lovely. Yeah, this. Aha! Hello. You're right.
Are you here about my daughter? My nephew died a week ago and no one seems to care. The medics said it was a brain hemorrhage, but that's not true. It was murder. Someone killed my nephew, my baby.
Oh. And yeah, considering we know... Hey, Aria somehow knew. Aria apparently knew. Yeah, that was the work of an Ardat-Yakshi. So yeah, we believe you, madam.
I think she was murdered too, and I'm looking for her killer.
Oh, thank you. It's so hard when no one believes you. I'm all alone now. Are you one of Aria's people?
I mean, I guess, yeah, technically speaking, we're on your side. We're on Neth's side.
I'm here to help. Does it matter who sent me?
No one else on this hellhole station gives a damn that my nephew is dead. If you can do something about it, I'll help you however I can.
Yeah, tell us about her.
What kind of a girl was your daughter?
My nephew had a fire inside her. She was shy, but she was creative and driven and the best girl a mother could hope for.
She was creative? How so?
She was a sculptor. Several galleries were interested in her. Said her work was fresh.
Did she have any friends?
Did your daughter have a lot of friends?
Not a lot, no. She was shy. Spent most of her time off making her sculptures, not hanging out with friends. Something did change in the last few weeks, though. She started talking about an Asari. Morinth.
I see.
I didn't like her. She kept dragging Neth out to clubs, and I'm pretty sure she gave my daughter drugs.
What kind of a person was this Morinth?
I never met her. But Neth talked about her like she was a queen. You'd swear there was no one else alive when she talked about Morinth.
That sounds familiar.
I mean, drugging her victims. This lady, she said she never met Morinth. This lady would have absolutely no idea. I mean, unless this is directed towards Samara. I mean, is it common? Does Morinth have a tendency of drugging people to, you know, get them to places?
Samara, does Morinth control her victims with drugs?
She controls them through sheer will. The drugs are just a lifestyle. She loves the club, loves the base. She's a hedonist.
So this Morinth did hurt my daughter? Is she the one that...
I will bring justice to the one that did this.
Oh, I mean, we might not. We might not. She said that, you know, Morinth is, you know, she's not dumb, she's clever. She's a predatory person. Samara's been hunting her for how many centuries? We might not be able to get her or track her down, or she might have already moved on. This would pull on Naomi's heartstrings. This is a woman who is absolutely devastated by the loss of her daughter. This is something that Naomi has never experienced and will probably never experience. A loving mother who has lost her child and is genuinely just like, she's hanging around her apartment just being like, will someone please help? Are you here to help? Logically, if Morinth is clever and dangerous, we might not be able to get her. At the same time, this is... in a way, this is something that Naomi desperately wanted. She wanted a loving mother. And she never had that. And this woman is so distressed that she is so upset by her daughter's loss. And that would touch Naomi. Oh, I think she feels bad for her. I think that would be her primary emotion. She is thinking, well, we might not be able to get her. We might not, but she's just so upset.
We swear to you, Neff will rest easy soon.
I hope so. I hope so. My baby.
Did Neff hang out anywhere in particular?
She was always quiet working here at home. Then, a few weeks ago, she started going out all the time to the VIP area of that club down the street. I think you need a password or something to get in there. The change was so sudden. She just seemed tired and distracted when she wasn't around Morinth.
Yeah, would you mind if we looked around?
Do you mind if I examine Neff's room?
I didn't want to disturb anything. Her clothes, her art, her sculptures, everything is the way she left it. The way it will always be. My baby is gone. Thank you. I'm sorry. I just miss her so much.
It's okay. We've all suffered loss.
I know what it means to lose a daughter. I will avenge her.
Thank you. Please, if it helps you find her killer, look through her things.
We will be respectful.
I'll examine her things.
Oh. This is something that Naomi knows she will never experience. If she dies, her mum won't give a shit. Her mum will probably never even hear about it. If it is on the news, her mum will probably think, oh, that's a different Naomi Shepherd. It's not my kid. My kid is just like some little shit stain on the streets. Fuck her. Like, oh, that's... My heart really hurts for this lady. And I think Naomi's would too. Now, I am just about out of time for this episode. You know what, let's finish off with some codex reading. Okay, nothing there. Okay, let's see. Where were we up to? Starships, fighters. Fighters are single-pilot combat small craft. They are lightweight enough that they can be economically fitted with powerful Element Zero cores, making them capable of greater acceleration and sharper maneuvers than starships. Kinetic barrier shields changed starship battles from short, vicious bloodbaths to extended, indecisive slugging matches. Only the main gun of a dreadnought could punch a mass accelerator slug through the barriers of an opposing dreadnought. This changed with the development of the fighter-launched mass disruptor torpedo, a short-ranged weapon that can penetrate kinetic barriers to destroy their projector assemblies. Starship Guardian defenses must be overwhelmed through swarm tactics. Fighter groups can take heavy casualties, pressing their torpedo attacks home. Once fighter-launched torpedoes have crippled an enemy's barriers, the mass accelerators on frigates and cruisers can make short work of them. Interceptors are a type of fighter optimized to attack other fighters, with no ability to damage starships. Interceptors are used to screen friendly units from incoming fighter attack. Frigates. Frigates are light escorts and scouts, often possessing extensive Guardian systems providing anti-fighter screening for capital ships, and crewed with a squad of Marines for security and groundside duty. Unlike larger vessels, frigates can land on planets. The most important role filled by frigates is reconnaissance. Sensors, unlike ships and communications employing the mass effect, are limited to the speed of light. Therefore, a stationary observer can detect a vessel a light year away only when its light arrives a year later. Because faster-than-light attackers always arrive before defenders can detect them with luminal sensors, attackers can always surprise defenders. For defense, fleets surround themselves with spheres of scouting frigates, scanning for enemy ships and transmitting warnings to the main body. Frigates achieve high FTL cruise speeds because of their high-performance drives. They also have a proportionally larger thrusters and lighter design mass, allowing them greater maneuverability. In combat, speed and maneuverability make frigates immune to long-range fire of larger vessels. In fleet combat, frigates are organised into wolf pack flotillas of 4 to 6. Wolf packs speed through enemy formations, hunting enemy vessels whose kinetic barriers have been taken down by fighter-launched disruptor torpedoes. Wolf pack circle strafes vulnerable targets. using superior speed and maneuverability to evade return fire. Alliance frigates are named for great battles in human history. And heat management. Dispersal of heat generated by onboard systems is a critical issue for a ship. If it cannot deal with heat, the crew may be cooked within the hull. Radiation is the only way to shed heat in a vacuum. Civilian vessels utilize large, fragile radiator panels that are impossible to armor. Warships use diffuse radiator arrays, DRA, ceramic strips along the exterior of the armored hull. These make the ship appear striped to thermographic sensors. Since the arrangement of the strips depends on the internal configuration of the ship, the patterns for each vessel are unique and striking. On older ships, the DRA strips could become red or white hot. Dubbed tiger stripes or war paint by humans, the glowing DRA had a psychological impact on pirates and irregular forces. Strip radiators are not as efficient as panels, but if damaged by enemy fire, the ship only loses a small portion of its total radiation capacity. In most cases, a vessel's DRA alone allows it to cruise with no difficulties. Operations deep within a solar system can cause problems. A ship engaged in combat can produce titanic amounts of heat from maneuvering burns and weapons fire. When fighting in a high heat environment, warships employ high-efficiency droplet heat sinks. In a droplet system, tanks of liquid sodium or lithium absorb heat within the ship. The liquid is vented from spray nozzles near the bow as a thin sheet of millions of micrometer-scale droplets. The droplets are caught at the stern and recycled into the system. A droplet system can sink 10 to 100 times as much heat as DRA strips. Droplet sheets resemble a surface ship's wake through the water. The wake peels out in sharp turns, spreading a fan of droplets as the ship changes vectors and leaves the coolant behind. Lovely. Excuse me, there we go. Alrighty then, in the next episode, we investigate Neth's apartment. But until then, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below, and if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. I've been Callista. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.